there's nothing like waiting till the last possible second to film your TBR video. I mean, at this point, I'll be lucky if I get the video out before May even gets here. Although I will say I am quite excited to get to the books of this month because it's just a good reading month. It's super varied. It's a bunch of stuff that I've been trying to get to for a long time. I'm excited about it, to say the least. Now, also really fast, I do want to say that there will not be a wrap-up video for April because normally I do like a rapid review of everything that I read that I didn't review in a dedicated video. Well, everything from April, because I was so busy, I dialed my reading way back in April and everything got a dedicated video, or will be getting one because the Patreon pick, which was The Winter King, is coming later this week, and next week, of course, will be the Malazan book like I always do. So I won't even be doing a wrap-up video because I don't have anything to talk about. But in my wrap-up videos, I normally do like a mini book haul if somebody sent me something that month. And since I won't be doing a wrap-up video and I did get a few books this month, I'm going to include the book haul, or whatever you want to call it, in this video. And I think I'll change up the format here by doing that first. And also, I just really like to say thank you to anybody who decided to send me something. That just still kind of blows my mind that people do that. So this month I did receive 3 books from Heidi, and those were The Electric Forest. Here, let me do it one at a time. Those were The Electric Forest by Tanith Lee, The Vampire Tapestry by Susie McKee Charnas. I'm going to say that's how you say that, which actually this one, I don't know what this is about, but it sounds super interesting based on the book. But it sounds super interesting based on the book blurbs because you have Best Vampire Novel I've Ever Read by Peter S. Beagle, Among the Genre's Modern Classics. Where was the one I saw? The Nebula Award-winning reinvention of the vampire novel described as a masterpiece by Guillermo del Toro. That right there tells me I would like to read this book. I mean, anything that he's going to give that kind of praise to, I mean, maybe. I think there was one on here. Yeah. Scary, entertaining, suspenseful, unputdownable by Stephen King. Now, Stephen King is one of my favorite authors of all time, okay? But you cannot trust a Stephen King book blurb, ever. That man will say anything on a book, and don't trust him, is all I'm saying. Love you, Steve. What the f*** with your book blurb? Anyway. And last but not least, sorry, I got real sidetracked all of a sudden. Guy Gavriel, The Lions of Alrasan. And I don't know much about Guy Gavriel. I hear very good things about him. But then I also hear some people try his writing and bounce off of it. I don't know. So I'm curious about him, very much so, as an author. And I have none of his books. Now, I do have one, and I'm interested, is this where I should start? Heidi, is this where I start with Guy Gavriel? If I were to start, would this be where you recommended that I start? I mean, I'm assuming you'd send it to me, but thank you very much. Also, she did send a little note, which simply read, Dear John, please find a small box of reading goodness. I think you will like all 3 books. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate everything, even if all you're doing is watching the videos. I appreciate all of you so very much, and thank you very much. Also, I did receive a book. It is called Revertant. I am not sure if that's how you say that, by Asher Allen. And this one, I have no idea where it came from. There was no name on it. It was just kind of came from a company. So either somebody sent this to me. I would imagine it's self-published. And I don't know if it was the author or the publisher who sent it to me. But all things considered, I received this. I don't know by whom, but I received it. Now, with the mini book haul out of the way, let's move on to what I'm actually going to be reading this month. And I'm really covering the gamut with this one, or at least I tried to. And we're going to start the month off with some horror. And that's going to be The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. And this is, here, let me read it to you. The Only Good Indians follows 4 American Indian men after a disturbing event from their youth puts them in a desperate struggle for their lives. Tracked by an entity bent on revenge, these childhood friends are helpless as the culture and traditions they left behind catch up to them in a violent and vengeful way. I think it's like some deer-headed woman or something like that's chasing these guys down. I don't know. I just know that this makes a lot of top 10 lists, or like greatest horror books ever written, or modern horror. I don't know. But I heard about it a few years back. I got excited about it, and it's been on my TBR of things I want to get to for a very, very long time. So we're going to start out with that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited. I don't read enough horror. I always say I'm going to, and then I never do. It's one of those things. I don't know. But we're going to get in The Only Good Indians, Stephen Graham Jones. Next up, another one that is We by Yevgeny Zamyatin. Fingers crossed I said that correctly. This is another one. I did my top 10 post-apocalyptic novels of all time video, and this was just, boy, a lot of people wanted to bring up We. And I have never read it, and I am a sucker for classic stuff like this. I think this was written in 1920. I'm also a big sucker for translated works. I like foreign novels that have been translated into English. I like that perspective of a different culture's take on dystopia, or a different culture's take on science fiction, fantasy, anything really. And I really enjoy that. And it always creates this different feeling, this different vibe, this different, I don't know, I love it. I really, really genuinely enjoy it. I really liked all of the Russian novels that I have read that have been translated into English, and actually this isn't even my only translated work this month. But anyway, this is another one. It's a post-apocalyptic future. The world is, you live in glass houses or something like that, and it's this real totalitarian government. People don't have names, they have numbers. Then everything is outlawed, and he's going to break the cardinal sin, the number one rule that you should never break in this society, and he's going to fall in love. It actually sounds quite a bit like 1984, at least in its overarching themes, at least from what I read on the back of the book. We'll see. But yeah, no, I've actually been pretty excited about getting to that one ever since I did that post-apocalyptic video. I get a lot of my book suggestions and recommendations. I mine them straight from the comments section. So if you're ever dropping suggestions, or you should read this in the comment section, I'm probably paying attention. Just throwing that out there. Next up, we're going to be doing my boy Haruki Murakami with A Wild Sheep Chase. I can't get away from him for too long before I start to jones about getting back into his works. There's a lot of them I try to do that with. I just every other month I try to go either back to Haruki or Stephen King or Philip K. Dick, or just kind of pull from some of my favorites. It's just like comfort food to me. I really, really, really like it. And this month it's going to be Haruki Murakami. I don't know why. I just got a hankering for him in the past few weeks. I really want to get back to it. And I figured I want to do A Wild Sheep Chase. I've never read this. I actually have the Folio Society edition because it came out this year, and it was like, I have all of the other Haruki Murakami books here. And damn it, I wanted the whole set. So I went ahead and ordered it, even though I haven't actually read it. But I've literally not liked a single Haruki Murakami book that I've ever read. So, I mean, why not? Anyway, I'm way off topic. I do this a lot, don't I? Anyways, Wild Sheep Chase. Here we go. An advertising executive receives a postcard from a friend and casually appropriates the image for an advertisement. What he doesn't realize is that included in the scene is a mutant sheep with a star on its back, and in using this photo, he has unwittingly captured the attention of a man who offers a menacing ultimatum. Find the sheep or face dire consequences. Thus begins a surreal and elaborate quest that takes readers from Tokyo to the remote mountains of northern Japan, where the unnamed protagonist has a surprising confrontation with his demons. Sounds great. Sounds wonderful. Sounds almost a little bit more intense of a plot line than a normal Haruki Murakami book. I think it's probably just an intensely worded book breakdown, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'm like I said, I'm super excited. I love Haruki Murakami, and I'm really ready to get back into it. And last but not least, surprising absolutely nobody is Toll of the Hounds, my book number 8 in my read through of the Malazan book of the Fallen, if I can get that right. And I don't know what to say. If it's book 8, we're moving right along. This I'm kind of excited about. I hear really good things about this one, and I just it takes a lot of like high places on people when they talk about them. It's kind of up there with like Memories of Ice and just some other ones that I hear a lot of people really, really rave about Toll of the Hounds. And I'm curious to see why. What's so special about this book? Anyway, but what's so special about any of the Malazan books? They've all been truly, genuinely fabulous. I'm like right in the middle of reading Reaper's Gale right now, and it is just wonderful. I don't want to say too much about it because, spoiling my own video. Actually, I will say that as far as all of my other books are, it's not going to be tippity top, I don't think, of my Malazan tier list. I don't know why. It's something about it. It's a little bit. I'll have to think about it. I have to figure out how I'm going to word it, because I don't think it doesn't feel like peak Malazan, not like Memories of Ice and Bone Hunters did. It feels like a little bit of a step down, but not like enough that I'm not enjoying the book because it's Steven Erikson and it's great. Next up, let's talk about the manga that I'm going to read for the month of May. And I left this one blank again, like I did last month, because I had a few of them that were nominated for the Patreon pick. They did not win. Now, in lieu of not having one picked and not having one win the Patreon, I'm going to default to Inuyasha. Last month, I read volume 7 through 11. And now I'm on volume 12 of the big, Viz Big editions. So that means I just got to get to 18. I just got to get there and I'll be done with it. And then I can, we can have all the discussions about it. Me and my daughter, of course. This is my one, something that my daughter, I got her to read, and she just adores. And I'm trying to work my way through them so I can catch up to where she is, and we can have all those just wonderful conversations about Inuyasha. On top of that, it's just great. I don't know if you've read it or you've watched the anime. I just genuinely, it's good. I will do a big video on it. Maybe not a big video. I will do a video on it when I'm done, and I will do an overall review. But I'm just going to keep working my way through that. So there might not be a lot of content on the channel for manga this month, but just know that that's what I'm reading in the background. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the Patreon pick for the month of May, and that will be Mockingbird by Walter Tevis. And this is a book that was nominated by Rob C. And this is a science fiction book that was nominated for the Nebula Award back in 1980. And I've never heard of it or him. And it's like this world where people don't have kids anymore. People take drugs that make them happy and sterile, I think. And now we are going to follow a couple, a man and a woman, and a robot or an android. And this android doesn't want to live anymore. I'm not entirely sure. I tried to get a decent synopsis of it, and I couldn't even find that. Wikipedia wants to give me the whole plot, and I don't want that. I refused to even read it. And Goodreads gave me the most unhelpful blurb I've ever seen. So anyway, it's something about the end of the world, something about people don't procreate anymore, and we're going to save the world with one couple and an android, I think. I don't know. Either way, it sounds interesting, and I I trust my patrons at this point. They have not led me wrong yet. So there's that. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, everybody, the link for my Patreon's in the description below. The link for my Discord's in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.